We're going to have some issues tonight, and that's okay. Played a song for you already. I'm going to play a different one. I'm not sure what's going on. Seth is not here, and he's the technical expert. I was trying to move some cameras around, and I have a feeling I might have just messed up all the works. You set these up by profiles, and the profile that I have, it doesn't have Kyle's stuff on it. Kyle Doherty, who's my guest tonight. But I'm going to, what I think I'm going to do the show straight, do the interview straight, stop the show, hop back on with the other show, and show you his stuff. So just stay with us. Okay, I played Wyoming a second ago. I'm about to do something that is bad form. Bad form, this next one, Kyle. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to play a song that I recorded last year that has the word Christmas in it. Now, there's a couple reasons why this is going to happen. One is I heard somebody else on my release radar release their Christmas song. The other reason is last week, Thursday, when I finally got to feeling better, I was in the studio with Matt Johnson and we recorded a new Christmas song. I'm not going to play that one yet. So you got to keep it in your heart year round is what I'm trying to tell you. This song from last year is called New Shade of Blue. We are going to put together a vinyl album this year is the big plan. Top secret, just got released. Just give you that info. Here is New Shade of Blue. I got nothing, no new thought, the muscle I was using, well, I let that fall apart. Was in search of something that would burn clean, something I never said before, something no one else had seen. But there ain't one thing that's new. No new words for I love you. Nothing I can show is true. Oh, there is no new shade of blue. And here it is Christmas. I swore I'd keep the peace. The menace that said those things look an awful lot like me. It's all family, lights and tinsel too. And all I want is you, is to hold tight on you. But there ain't one thing that's new. No new words for I love you. Nothing I can show is true. Oh, there is no new shade of blue. Snow's got me traveling, the land I used to be. I let all this nostalgia steal the present parts of me. Well, I got nothing, nothing I can buy. Lying in bed sleeping, I've been haunting my own house. Was in search of something that burned clean, something to explain myself, to show you what I mean. But there ain't one thing that's new. No new words for I love you. Nothing I can show, it's true. Oh, there is no new shade of blue. Oh, there is no new shade of blue. Oh, there is no new shade of blue. Yay! Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, come on, yeah. Good. Yeah, these technical difficulties are fun because when I'm playing music, I start thinking about how I'm going to deal with that. And the answer is, I don't know. One more song, and then I'm going to introduce and interview the guest, and then we will Kyle Doherty, who does not have a C or a K in his name, but somehow, I'm still mad about this. Still don't know how these things work. Last song I want to play for you is a one from the album Big Dumb Heart. This guy right here. That's the secret one. You can only get it when you come to the Sip and Dip Lounge every Friday and Saturday when I'm playing there, 7 to 10. Or if you run into me on the street. These mean streets. This song is Light in the Dark. Well, it's not getting easier. Maybe it just won't anytime soon. Just hope and hold on to something. Just hold something close. Be a light in the dark. Be a voice for the crowd. Be a light in the dark. Make that phone call. Tie that bind. They say that love is Lord. Well, I don't know about that, but I could sure use yours. Be a light in the dark. Be a voice on the line. Be a light in the dark. Be a light in the dark. Be a hope in their hearts. Be a light in the dark. Remember that moon is that moon for everyone. Be aware that the sun, oh, it's the same sun for everyone. Be a light in the dark. Be a voice for the crowd. Be a light in the dark. Be a light in the dark. Be a voice reaching out. Be a light in the dark. Be a light in the dark. Be a hopeful song. Be a light in the dark. Be a light in the dark. Be a hope in my heart. Be a light in the dark. Woo! All right. Let me see what I can pull off within two separate categories. All right. First things first. I want to talk about Kyle before you see him. All right. Let me see if this is that gonna work. Oh, hold on. Yep, it will work. It's gonna work, buddy. It's gonna work. Okay. Kyle Doherty, Great Falls artist and creative director of The Spacement, an underground arts collective beneath the old Columbus Hospital, right next to the morgue. I think that might have been morgue work right there. Works under the moniker No Name, framing anonymity as a statement about modern life. Calls his approach degenerative art. We'll get into that. Recent public art, one of 4 artists selected for the new downtown traffic signal boxes. Kyle's is at 3rd Street and 1st Avenue South, conveniently blocked off by all of our construction right now. Locally shown for years, as in First Friday, featured first in 2016, and has had work in the Paris Gibson Square Museum of Art gift shop, among many other things, which we will get into. We'll talk about the degenerative art. We'll talk about the Spacement, where to find him. Ooh, we'll ask him about that too. Anyway, let's quit screwing around and show off my guest. Oh, there he is, Kyle Doherty, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do that. Yeah. Oh, hey, look at this. I bet I can write that in there. I'm gonna.
I'll just go by guess one.
Listen, you're gonna get treated like a real person.
It's the No Name though.
Now it is. You thought you were escaping.
I thought No Name was good, but guess one would have been better.
You thought, guess one. Ready player. Guessed one. I gotta make sure I spell this thing right. Let's talk about. Did I do it? Did I do it?
Yeah, you got it right.
Yes.
It's an Irish brogue. It's like Doherty. You know, I don't know. You just kind of
Irish bros with your Irish brogues.
I don't know.
You know, the amount of guff that I give my Irish friends, my Hibernian friends, you know, is hilarious for a guy whose great grandmother was named Lenehan. Yeah, no, they want me in, but this Italian stallion needs to run free.
Yeah, I mean, you have to.
So, Kyle, I do have. If you hand me that, I can show people one thing for sure that has been gifted me. This is one of his pieces that we were going to show off. Yeah, I will come back. I'm going to end this show. We'll do the interview. Then we'll talk about his artwork on a whole different show because the profiles are so different. Tell me about this guy right here.
So, Thomas Jefferson, of course, one of the founding fathers. I like to mix what I've learned about history over the years with, there are accounts of Thomas Jefferson having relations with his slaves. So this is kind of him, feeling himself. Because from what I gathered, his wife died early on, and he was left to be by himself, of course. And he got a little lonely, and you have 500 slaves. I mean,
the appropriation of the culture as well.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
I like that.
And it's really what it is, because most of my stuff is like just hinting on the fact of like, yes, these men, took on great things, but they weren't the greatest people either. And we have to think about our humanity before we think about, the overall agenda. So, because he did great things. He gave back to the Library of Congress. He helped influence hemp into the world. I'm here to keep hemp alive, but no, it's just this testament
personally
yeah. it's showing the side that you hear about that's outside of high school textbooks. like stuff that you would have never, like little Easter eggs that you've never seen before.
More like Howard Zinn's.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Because humanity is pretty much my project.
So tell me about degenerative art. What you mean by that?
I mean, as you can see, if I put that up in a gallery, I would get looks, and it's just I know. Who would have thought? And it really has not been, I have not gotten the most welcoming of visits from it, but the more time goes on, the more we fight the good fight. I mean, we can start uncovering these secrets and stuff like that, and like call them conspiracy theories, call them whatever they are, but it happened. There's documentation, and I think we need to look outside just what a historical textbook says.
Correct.
Yeah, because most people just know him as, oh, he wrote the Declaration of Independence, and that's it.
See, I thought we were going to say that your work pulls from biology in the social landscape, often screen printed with bold, limited palettes to break it down to essentials.
See, that's the other one.
Yeah.
I don't like repetition, so that's why my stuff goes from like super detailed to basic to 3-tone colors. So.
And he's wearing one of the Spaceman shirts right now.
Yeah.
Which we'll get. I should have worn one of mine. I have five Spaceman shirts, so I wear your art regularly.
Which I appreciate.
And for degenerative art, it's holding up pretty good.
Well, I mean, it's just like the tattoos too. Like when I was putting them on, like everyone was just like, why would you do that to yourself? Now it's just so accepted. So it's kind of funny because like, I guess when I was doing it was degenerative art. Now it's just accepted because we're not as
as cutting edge.
Yeah.
You're not the degens from up north anymore.
Yeah, I'm not the degen anymore. I'm an accepted degen, and it's
like
weird.
Well, that's part of, okay, I'm going to get to that because it has to do with the no-name part. How do you feel that Great Falls helps or hinders a contemporary artist trying to build something different?
I think it used to be, because I have submitted to higher end galleries and stuff like that, and because of like my message, they didn't want to take on me. I think it's just because like it would have, like where's the marketable value in what I have?
Sure.
And like even though I can like write paragraphs and paragraphs about what I've learned, references and stuff like that, they didn't want to take a chance.
Right, because they're not going to be reading; they're going to be looking at the art on the wall.
Yeah.
I have always said that Great Falls doesn't say no. In that, like, when I'm trying to film stuff or when there's never been a business that has said no to me. Now, they might not come, they might not support it.
True.
But that is one thing I love about Great Falls. So you could put a show together anywhere and you could put it up.
And that's what it was, because like with what I was doing, I knew it wasn't going to be accepted. And like you've heard the term dig the well. So that's what I had to do, is I had to dig the well and like stay true 5 years grinding, like understanding what my story was and how it, like, what's the point? Like, why am I doing this? And, through 5 years, just staying to myself. I mean, we're here. So.
Yeah. Well, how did you find that it opened up to you? Because I know that you're in a lot more galleries now. You just painted you just paid that traffic. You've been doing murals.
It's been kind of.
You've been invited to boards.
It's one of those where it's like to finally get traction on it and to like put the same statement down for like 5 years, and people are just now like understanding like my point. I don't know if it's just the change in like government or people are just sick of it too.
Sure.
But it's definitely more accepting now than it was.
Do you think that buys into like your work? Because we're in Russell country, right? Do you think that you were deliberately pushing away from some of the colors, some of the palettes, some of the themes? Yeah. Do you think that was part of it? Was that there was not an alternative scene necessarily? I know that Chuck Fulcher does a great job of programming, counter programming. And working with a negative space canvas and those kind of things. But even that, his subject matter was still very much.
And it's so weird because it's like, I see what he's doing and he has great style. He has great composition, great colors, but it's still tame. You know what I mean?
For your taste, right?
Well, I mean, I feel like for the Western art taste, because Western art has always been like set with the CM Russell, the OC Seltzers, and stuff like that. And they set up this like pastel, and that's what, like, we forget about, like, the colors in those paintings are beautiful. You will never see that composition in anything, you know, I mean, not, I wouldn't say contemporary, but anything older like Italian Renaissance, because it was all, you know, brooding, you know, browns and stuff like that. But you know, they got out there, and it took me a while to understand it too, because like I hated Western art. I was like, I don't want to follow this trend. This is stupid.
Do you feel like you needed to know it's kind of like they talk about,
Yeah.
you don't break the rules until you know the rules.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I think what it was is like I would, you know, read these gallery tags and stuff like that, and they would name the place where it was at. And then I would go to that place, you know, see it at sunset and be like, this makes sense. I get what you're seeing, because you have to see it through the eyes of an artist. And then once you like get it, it's like you really get it. And that becomes like the addiction to like painting, like all these colors. Cause like even in that that electric box that I did, I was so specific to the color palette that CM Russell used, because that whole thing is an homage to Great Falls, because I love Great Falls.
Right.
I mean, most people hate it. I love it.
What do you mean most? Not in this room.
Not in this room. We love this place.
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch. We're coming for you.
I love that hand is in both of these. Let me see if I can just. Okay, good.
Just bite it.
Sorry, gotta do that. So I know this buys into the no name as well.
Yeah.
What did saying you were no name, what problem did that solve for you?
It made me more humble, because like, I mean, as dreary as it sounds, and maybe that's where the degenerative darkness came from, I realized like putting in these, you know, doing the work, the same work that they told me to do. They said, this is how you get popular. This is how you do this thing. You know, they're giving you a line by line of like how to do it. And I'm just like, this makes no sense to me, because it's not working, because there's still no one likes my art. So
well, you wanted to be a pure artist too.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we all want. It's just like, I mean, unoriginality is just, for me, just not a huge fan. But the no name came with realizing that I'm a no name, because as much as I tried, no one cared about Kyle Doherty.
Who?
No. So it humbled me. And then when I realized that, you know, the world doesn't owe me anything, and that I am a no name in this world, that helped me, you know, like, I don't want to say rock bottom was what it was.
Sure.
But it was just like, I'm doing all the things everyone's telling me. I'm following the guides that, you know, all these people, you know, all these gurus say to take. And it's just like, you know, let's just, you know, kill the Kyle Doherty name and all the names. Because like when I started my like freelance business, it'd always be like Doherty Creative, Doherty Collective, Doherty this. So my name was always involved in something, LLC, yada, yada, yada. And then when I just said, you know what, I don't need a name for this. It like, that released me from that grasp of having to be tied down to these like rules and restrictions, you know, that, you know, just because this guy did it for 50 years and he had success with it.
Do you feel like you got to a point where it didn't matter?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because you knew you were going to make stuff.
Yeah.
So did you finally get to the point where it's like, I don't care about rich and famous. I care about doing good work.
Yep.
I find that was true later for me. Yeah. Like you always think, well, I could probably, but I never wanted to live in an LA or a New York. I never wanted to go where I knew I could probably do better. There were more opportunities, and I'd often get asked like, why Great Falls? Because they deserve music too. Yeah. They deserve theater too. They deserve the arts as well. And I love it here.
Exactly.
And I think the world's changed so much that it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah. And I mean, I know we get statistics about this place and everything like that, but in reality, I don't have a problem with anybody. And my whole thing is like, if I can impact this place by like bringing people here for my art, you know what I mean? For the t-shirts and stuff like that, because there's plenty of people that have done that. I mean, I don't know if you know what Rhymesayers is. But
say that again.
Rhymesayers?
No, what are those?
It's like an indie rap. Like it's more of a production company. Like,
got it.
Yeah, but they do like Atmosphere and like
Did I go to that show?
You might have. Oh, you did because you went with Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went with Seth. So
You
yeah.
said we're doing a show, and I
Yeah.
went because that's what you do.
Yeah, that
But I
guy-
didn't know what the production name was.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I am familiar.
Yeah, and they're literally out of like a tiny building in like Minneapolis, but that's where everyone knows that they are.
Okay.
So like that's and like my thing is like I don't think I'm gonna impact to this like Pablo Picasso level, and I don't want to because those people sold out. To me they sold out, but you gotta. I feel like you have to sell out for a second. The one that I saw do it right is there, and I'm probably gonna butcher this name. His name's Titus Kafar.
Okay.
And I followed his model because it was genius. He does these like African American artist. He grew up like around in Michigan, and then world renowned, was on TED Talks, just super cool guy. He actually took his fame, international fame, for being this artist, and he went back to Michigan, tiny little town, just to create like a little area to where you could teach people and
Yeah.
like get people in the right way. And like that's been my agenda for a while. It's like I just want. It's just hard to get a collective here. I mean,
A scenius, they call it.
yeah, seniors.
It's a weird. No, I mean, that's the
That's
term
a
they call it.
good
Like when you
idea.
start getting together. Well, you're working on it though, so that leads to my next question, which is, what is happening by the morgue?
What is happening by the morgue?
The Columbus building.
So many things.
Tell me about.
So many things.
Tell us about the Spaceman.
The Spacement. I joined in 2017 with a little brand called Mofo Goods. Now, what do you think it would be? Montana-owned, friend-operated goods. Didn't work out. Had some
Sure.
issues, but I learned a lot from that. Kale. Well, I guess he was supposed to. I'm his backup. So.
You're his backup.
I'm his backup.
Yeah, gig tonight. Tall Kale.
Yeah, tall Kale.
Kale Mary, full of grace.
Taught me.
Is what I'm trying to get him to go by.
That would be fantastic.
Come on.
Can we get him to do that?
I think you got to make the T-shirt first. I think we have to write him a song.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm in cahoots. I want the man to go solo.
I mean, you do.
I
the
like.
song.
I love the band stuff.
Yeah.
I think he's got a solo album in him,
I mean, yeah, he does.
Mhm.
Yeah, he does.
and it's gonna be called Kale Mary,
Kale.
full of grace. If I would only spend as much time on my own art as I do on, making evil plans for my friends.
I mean, you're doing it right now, so.
I try. So the Spaceman, you, Kyle Doherty, Kale.
Yeah.
Say his last name.
Younce?
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 Younce? Do you have to
Younce?
say it up high like that?
I say everyone says Younce, but I think it's Younce.
That's right, because it's
Yeah.
got it.
Well, because I have to be Doherty, so he's got to be Younce.
Well, and it took me forever to actually ask Seth how he said his last name, because I kept calling him Luter.
Yeah,
And
Lutter.
it's Lutter, like butter. That's how he.
Three
says
of us with confusing names.
It's 100% accurate. So you confusing names, Sons of Dirties, get together in the basement of the Columbus building.
Yeah.
It's called the Spaceman. We've had concerts there. I say because I've gone to them.
You did a Spaceman session.
I did. 125 pounds ago, I did one.
Is that why you won't use the footage?
I haven't even looked at the footage
Oh
yet.
my
I know. When I looked at it, like when we first did it.
Spent hours editing that.
Did you?
No love over here.
No name for no love. Wait a minute. No love for no name.
No like.
Okay. Concerts,
Concerts,
screen and T-shirts.
movies. Can't forget the movies.
Can't forget the movies. What kind of artists do you want knocking on that door?
I mean, anyone that just wants to bring energy back, you know what I mean? Like, it's like we wouldn't push away someone who does like plein air or someone who does like traditional Western, but it seems like more people want to get involved are the ones with the wild art, and I appreciate it because it's like it's hard to. It's easier, like when I was in art school, it's just so much easier to like bounce ideas off of people that were doing it with you.
Yes.
That, and I haven't had that for a while because in our group, I'm the only artist. So, well, visual artist. So.
Kale is. little. I mean, he did T-shirts before you, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was doing it in a different way,
Yeah.
different kind of art. He wasn't generating it the way that you generate yours.
Yeah, because he has this cool way of like taking images and then reversing them so that he can make the screens, which is an art itself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, everybody's bringing a piece, and Seth is an organized man. If he was here, we would not have the camera problems we're having. He's the one that set up the profile, so I don't want to do him dirty.
Yeah.
He's the one that set this part up even that I'm using now. So when I finish this broadcast, stay on because we're going to show your stuff on the other.
Oh,
So I'll end this
yeah.
show, start right back up with another one so we can show the art. Even if
Show
the
my
cameras aren't working, they can
degenerate
hear us and we can talk about it a little bit and we'll still have. So what's real fun is when you're playing music and you realize that your show is all messed up. Because when you're playing, you'd like to just be doing the one thing, but I was trying to solve problems in my brain the whole time. That's why you practice. Spaceman, where can people find you? Where do you want them looking, I should say, because you're not going to be No Name anymore.
Yeah, for me personally, because No Name's NONAYME, and then 85 is where you can find my art. If you want to come hang out, see some cool stuff.
Hold on. I'm going to put it underneath here.
Oh no.
Well, we'll do it. No Name at what? Say it again.
It's my Instagram handle. So.
Say it again. The whole thing.
No Name sorry, I can't even say it now. NONAYME 85, and then that's my Instagram handle.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What about Red Eye?
Red Eye is, well, I'm a busy boy. Yeah, because like my first discipline was in graphic web design. Red Eye marketing is 3 dudes. It's always got to be in threes. You know what I mean?
Triumvirate power.
It's a trifecta.
Got it.
Sterling and Bodie, and they are pretty much awesome at everything that they do. So just like Kale and Seth, I couldn't ask for a better team for both.
Good.
But with Red Eye, we do the more commercial stuff. That's where we do. But we do it with like cannabis companies. We do it with wild companies.
But you're doing like website
that.
design. And, okay.
Yeah, web design. So mainly brand management. So it's like logos, graphic design, web design, motion graphics. I mean, we do video edits. I mean, we've done music videos before and stuff like that. So we just kind of dip. That's where we can dip our hands into everything commercial, like for business wise, because that's how, well, at least I split them up. 3 companies with 3 people.
Yeah.
It's like threes. It's all the trifectas.
All trifectas.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to end this show proper, but we are going to be right back on. So don't leave us. Don't leave. We'll be right back. Stay there. Stay where you're watching because it's going to happen. Let me do the